All right, welcome back to all the brothers who came back to the channel. I want to send out some appreciation to you brothers. We're gonna we're gonna delve into the Super Bowl halftime performee, Bad Bunny. Now, the Super Bowl halftime show was, announced a little over a year ago, I believe. And Bad Bunny has been making his rounds a little bit before the announcement and definitely after the announcement. Of course, as you brothers know, as soon as they start pushing and promoting a celebrity, then they are in the know. They bow the knee to Baal, to the goat god, to Ptah, to Pan. A lot of you brothers already know this. I ain't got to really delve into things like that because a lot of you brothers already know this or on your way to knowing. But there's a reason why I say a lot of the things I say. And we're going to delve into Bad Bunny and a lot of the things he has been telling us about himself and about his knee bowing in Hollywood. Now, for those of you who's probably wondering, well, Chronicles, he's fairly new and things of that nature. He's only been around for about a little less than a decade, since around 2018, which doesn't seem that far long ago, but that's just to give you the perception of time. That's 8 years ago. But he has been very, very big and very successful in his career. And he has been very, very open about the things that he know, whether it's through the Love Secrets or Sub Rosa, or many of these outfits that he wears throughout his career. We're gonna delve into that. For one, let's get into this. All right, brothers, as you can see, we got Bad Bunny rocking the jersey with the number 64. Now, why did he choose, or why did they choose, or why did all of them choose the number 64? Well, the 6, as some of you brothers may know, but for those of you who don't, the 6 is in representation of love, family, things of that nature, and esoteric traditions. The number 6 is also associated with colors like purple, red, indigo, I think green. Could be missing another one, but I believe pink as well. Now, four in exoteric circles, it means organization, stability, things of that nature. This is some things that I've mentioned before in the past, but for those of you who are new to my channel, not only my channel, but my content, because remember, I was streaming before I got on YouTube. So those of you who are new to my content, this may be something brand new to you. Now, in love and numerology, 64 signifies a deep commitment to family, focusing on creating stability, nourishing, and implementing practical, loving actions to support a partner or household. It represents a self-determination energy aimed at building a secure, long-lasting foundation. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper in the numerology of the number 64. Mind you, this happened on February 8th. 8 is used to show the infinity. Understand that? Also, mind you, that 8 was used for one Mr. Kobe Bryant. Also, the number 24. 2 times 4 is 8. Understand that? And all an 8 or an infinity sign is a snake. Mamba mentality. A snake eating its tail, right? So this is what we're going to talk about. The angel number 64 is a combination of energies and vibrations of the number 6 and 4. The number 6 resonates with love, nurturing, family, home, responsibility, harmony, and balance. Number 4, on the other hand, relates to practicality, organization, stability, hard work, and determination. Together, they form a message of encouragement to take care of your loved ones while focusing on your goals. Seeing angel number 64 is an indication that your angels are encouraging you to take positive action towards your goals. Your hard work, dedication, and focus will soon pay off, and all your efforts will bear fruit. Trust that your angels are with you every step of the way, and they will guide you towards success. Now that's funny. That's really funny. I found that actually really fucking funny. Oh boy. They said that your hard work will soon pay off. I wonder what that means in relation to one Mr. Bad Bunny. We're going to read about Februz. Februz is an ancient god, and he is a big part of the festivals that we take in February. We're going to read a little bit about him. It's important to understand these numerologies and these quote-unquote timelines and things of that nature, because everything connects. Everything is interwoven in the inner circles. All right? So, when you think about it, the Super Bowl was held on February the 8th. That's 8 days before Valentine's Day, what we call Valentine's Day, which was really the Lupercalia back in the day. Just like Christmas and all the other shit is the Saturnalia. Things of that sort. These things are fake. All these things are fake. It has nothing to do with the God of the Bible at all. Nothing. These things is for pagan gods. That's why I always found it funny that people believe that, God is for everybody when he's not. He doesn't like everybody. He's not with everybody. He doesn't fuck with everybody. All that shit is fake bullshit. Come on now, please. Anyway, reading it says, Februz is the ancient Roman and Etruscan god of purification in the underworld, after whom the month February is named. Key details regarding Februz and the month include month association. February is the second month of the year, although it was originally the last month in the early Roman calendar, which contained only 10 months. Significance: Februz is associated with the Februa, which were instruments used for ritual purification. Festival: the festival of Februalia, or Februa, was held in his honor, typically peaking around February 15th, which involved purification and atonement rituals. Legacy: the name Februarius was adopted for the month, and it was traditionally the only month in the pre-Julian calendar with an even number of days, 28. They keep using the 8. Now, if you know anything about, it says here, the number 15. 1 plus 5 is 6, right? 1 plus 5 is 6. And then the number 28, 2 plus 8 is 10, right? but 2 minus 8 is 6. 10 is used for renewal. But technically, 9 is used for renewal, and then 10 is basically the new path of embarkment, and then 11 is going through the twin pillars. So understand that 1 plus 5 is 6, which we already are covering 6, and then 2 minus 8 is 6, but 2 plus 8 is also 10. So understand these things. These things is not just done, and these things are not just done in a way that is by happenstance. These things is purposeful. It's purposeful. But anyway, I mean, that's why you got these cats like Bad Bunny and, shit like that. They just, oh yeah, and then February 14th, you got the one and the 4 is 15. So, it's just, you got all these cats like Bad Bunny and, shit like that. And all these guys is plants. All these guys was brought up into the knowledge, into the know. And they bow the knee. They bow the knee to these different guys, and that's why they take on the personas that they take on. The personas is fake. They take on these personas because these motherfuckers is really trying to get all the energies from these entities of old as much as they can to exacerbate their careers, to fully get every fucking penny out of their career, like the man, like the man Stan Lee said, "You're getting all your pennies worth out of me." Yeah, getting all their pennies worth out of you, right? Now, speaking about the number 6 and the colors that's associated with it, I went ahead and just looked it up real quick so I can make sure I'm on point. But I believe the number 6 is also associated with a lily. We're gonna search up flowers, but lily, and I think the rose as well. But reading it says opinions on the color of the number 6 vary, with many people associating it with shades like indigo, purple, red, green, or blue, often based on personal, synesthetic, and numerological perspectives. In numerology, 6 is often associated with white, light blue, or pink. Like I said also, I did the due diligence in searching it up. I believe that when you understand the number 6 and things like flowers, lilies, and roses, you understand that if you give somebody, I believe, 6 roses, then that means that you want them to be yours. It's a gesture, almost like how the ring is to a man in his Babylonian society, getting down on his knee and proposing to a woman, which is an abomination. But anyway, oh my God. The number 6 is commonly associated with the following in flower and gift traditions: crazy in love, roses. In the language of flowers, giving a bouquet of 6 roses signifies that you are crazy in love or deeply infatuated with a person or with someone. That number 6 again. Listen, there's nothing wrong with love. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing wrong with love. There's nothing wrong with being a man and being, loving towards your woman. Everybody should be loving towards their partner. That's great. You should cherish your partner, honor your partner. You know, as a woman, you should serve your man. Cherish your partner, honor your partner, and all that good stuff. But when you start being in love, that's an unhealthy infatuation. You start not putting things in a proper perspective. All being in love is a gateway for whenever something happens that you don't like, that quote unquote breaks your heart, you're going to turn that love inside out, because that's all that hate is. Hate is love turned inside out. You was overly infatuated, now you're overly against. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Now you beating this bitch and she's slashing your tires and it's crazy shit. Anyway, 6th anniversary. Kala Lily. The color lily is a traditional flower for the sixth wedding anniversary, representing growth and development in love. May 6th, again, 666. Numerology, it says 6. God damn. Everything's 6. Speaking of which, hold on. It's 9/11. I got to get the fuck out of here. As you can see, Bad Bunny here is holding the ring. The ring is for the mother goddess. And to present her the ring is to bow your knee to her and put her on high, especially in this Babylonian Kemetic mystery school system society. Now notice that the ring is inside a red encasing. Red is associated with the number 6, which is also associated with roses. Keep this in mind. See, he got on his knee. And remember, blue is also associated with the number 6. Blue and red are also opposites. So understand this. The opposites is coming together. Male principle, woman principle. Red, blue. Notice how the boxers are wearing the blue and the red. Notice these things. These things are not coincidences. The opposites is coming together. Adam and Eve becoming the transgender god of unity. Anyway, it's pretty clear to see here. And as you can see, she got the red lipstick on. And the red was very potent in this halftime performance. Very potent. As you can see, 2 men look like they're jousting below. I mean, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this, man? Oh, boy. I ain't even got to spend too much time on it. As you can see, he got the red, what seems to be a flower. The red here. The red was very potent. Red represents love. And obviously, the quote-unquote Babylonian Kemetic mystery school system marriage ceremony. Now, what you're saying, you're probably saying, well, 12, isn't marriage also in the Bible as a good thing? He who finds a wife finds a good thing. Yes, marriage is in the Bible. Not like this, though. This was performed by the pagans around Israel, the Romans. That's why Super Bowl used the L and the X, Roman numerals. And, Super Bowl always use Roman numerals for the most part. So, as you can see, she got on the red hair. They got on the red and the blue, or the burgundy and the blue, a variant of red, coming together of opposites. Adam and Eve working as the transgender god of fertility or unity. When you see Adam, you always see him depicted with a erect phallus, especially in his more ancient depictions. When you see Eve, she always have wide hips or 3 breasts, especially in her ancient depictions. And again, red and blue endowed in his head. They got the white while he rocks the black. The coming together of opposites. They in the background wearing pink, probably not even a part of this shit, but they call it straight for me. Fuck them. Obviously the bouquet. These things is really in your face. And it's only in your face for the elect. So-called Lady Gaga. Got the flower, red. She's wearing the blue, red. Again, they are wearing the red and the blue, the coming together of opposites. The rose, pink. I wonder how many roses are actually decorated on this cake. How many? I don't know. 64? 60? Hell, they probably did 60 for the Super Bowl. You never know with these people. They probably did. Now, the story behind this wedding ceremony is that the couple here was sending out wedding invitations. I think they sent out 58 wedding invitations or something along those lines. Somebody could correct me in the comments. They sent out a lot of wedding invitations and they had about one more. And they decided to send a quote unquote prank tease wedding invitation to Bad Bunny. And he said that he couldn't make it there. Well, at least he told his team to tell him that he couldn't make it. But if they wanted to, they could have the wedding live on TV with him on the halftime. To me, that's bullshit. Bullshit if I ever heard it. Now, to the people in the inner circles, they probably like, what do you mean? Like, I received the wedding invitation and then they got canceled and the story lines up perfectly. Whoop-de-woo. That's to you. In the inner workings of these celebrities and these people, things function a lot differently. I grew up around some people, shared the same city with some people who are very big now. It's, it's almost like I understand where people are coming from when they say, well, it seemed organic. I'm close enough to it. But you don't know how these people work in the inner workings and the inner circles. A lot of things could seem organic, especially from being up close. But it's like the saying goes, at least it's like I always say, you never know what another man is thinking. You never know what another man is planning. You never know who another man knows, no matter how close you is with that man. Be your brother. You don't know who he knows. You don't know who he talks to. You don't know all the intricate details of his life. So please understand that I'm not saying what I'm saying is law. I'm saying what I'm saying is alleged. Allegedly. I don't buy that bullshit. With great reason. But it could have been just like that. Could have been. I'm not the one to say that, oh shit, everything I say is law. Just believe me. No, there's room for organic shit. Shit, the Most High places a lot of these things in place for the elect to see. And for the people who he placed in these positions, it's organic, but he's only using them as pawns. The Most High, I'm speaking. Only using them as pawns to show the elect what to look out for spiritually. Now look at this. You got a little Chico over here. And notice how he's rocking the blue. You got a little Chico over here who's meeting his father. And his father is gifting him something. Now, why am I saying that? I'm going to explain that later. Notice Chico happy as hell. And of course, they got the red and the blue, the coming together of opposites. Now, if you look up, it says the only thing more powerful than hate is love. See that? See, this is Bad Bunny in the outfit. Rocking white roses. White was associated with the number six. The number six. And it's also six is also associated with rose. As you can see, made for Bad Bunny. And he looked like a bitch. Now, brothers, this is Bruno Mars. As you may know. Sure you know. Bruno Mars is another one. And I'm going to explain why all these cats have these signatures of love and roses and things of that nature. But as you can see, he's draped in the rose, the red. He did a song with, with Rosie, APT. As you can see, he has the leopard print on. The leopard print is indicative of sex kitten programming, sex altars. That's why when you was introduced to Cat Williams, he wore the leopard print. He was a pimp. And the name Cat Williams, Cat, is indicative of that sex kitten programming. Look at this. Bruno Mars, The Romantic Tour. That don't even roll off the tongue right. The Romantic Tour. You could have said the Romance Tour. Romantic Tour. Like, why we got to do all that? Anyway, as you can see, he has the rose and he's wearing white. As you can see, he's with this I don't even know what to call it. This other artist or rapper, Sexy Red. Understand? And his glasses got the red tint. Seem like it. Look at that. There's a reason. I'm gonna get into it. That's a tattoo on his right shoulder. As you can see, he's wearing the red and the black. And then you see he got the rose. Now, his name is Mars. Let's get into Mars. But notice how this says Germanic with significant usage in Italian and other Romance languages. The name Mars originates from the Roman god of war, symbolizing strength, courage, and due to the planet's reddish color, blood, and fire. Originally, the deity may have been an agricultural guardian before evolving into a martial figure. It is Latin in origin, derived from Mevors or Mewort, and is associated with the Greek god Ares. Now we're going to read a little bit about Reyes. And I know probably a lot of you saying, well, Mars is the Roman god of war and Reyes is his counterpart, god of war in Greek. What did that have to do with the number 6 and love and all this other shit? Well, let's see. Reyes is the Greek god of war and courage. He is one of the 12 Olympians and the son of Zeus and Rhea. Many Greeks was ambivalent towards him. He embodies the physical valor necessary for success in war, but can also personify sheer brutality and bloodlust, in contrast to his sister Athena, whose martial functions include military strategy and generalship. In association with Ares endows places, objects, and other deities with a savage, dangerous, and militarized quality. Let's see. A lot of these Greek gods got love interests. So let's see. Who does Ares fall in love with? Ares, primarily and the most famous love interest in Greek mythology, is Aphrodite, the goddess of love and beauty, and with whom he had a passionate long-term affair, producing children like Eros or Eris and Phobos. See, there's something else here that's slipping my mind. Oh, yes. Going back here. So, his planet is Mars. Symbols is sword, spear, shield, helmet. His day is Tuesday. His day is Tuesday. Now, as you can see, Bruno Mars, 40 years old, born October 8th, 1985. Day. Tuesday. Bad Bunny, born March 10th, 1994. Thursday. Let's see. Typed in Thursday associations with love deities and goddesses. Now, if you know anything, Thursday belongs to Thor. Friday, Freak's Day, or Freya. Saturday is Saturn's day for Saturn. Sunday is for the sun god, and Monday is for the moon god, and so on and so forth. Let's see. Thursday belongs to thunder gods, primarily Thor, but holds unique love, fertility, and wisdom associations. Vishnu, Thursday is dedicated to him and his avatars, representing abundance and preservation. The guru of the gods and regent of Jupiter, often worshipped for prosperity and knowledge. Thor, Norse. While a thunder god, he is associated with blessing weddings, fertility, and protecting households. Now, we just seen a whole wedding ceremony being done at this motherfucking Super Bowl. You understand that? They put these things in your face so blatant for you to see. It's ridiculous, man. It is really ridiculous. To give you a little understanding of some of these different goddesses and gods and things of that nature, we got Istra. Istra is a Germanic goddess. It's where you get the term Easter from. Easter is another goddess, along with, April and things of that nature. Anyway, Istra is an Anglo-Saxon goddess mentioned by Bede in his 8th century work, The Reckoning of Time. He wrote that pagan Anglo-Saxons, who were so-called black, by the way, oh, God, man. He wrote that pagan Anglo-Saxons had held feasts in her honor during her month, named after her, Istramona, which is April. And that this became the English name for the paschal season, Easter. Now we're finna get into Eos, which is what a lot of these, not only women, but men, celebrities represent and worship. A lot of these men like Chris Brown, Bruno Mars, and Bad Bunny, they just worship Aphrodite and things of that nature. But we're going to get into it. Eos, in ancient Greek mythology and let's skip some of this shit. Starting here. Eos is the goddess and personification of the dawn, who rose each morning from her home at the edge of the river, Oceanus, to deliver light and disperse the night. In Greek tradition and poetry, she is characterized as a goddess with a great sexual appetite, who took numerous human lovers for her own satisfaction and bore them several children. Like her Roman counterpart, Aurora. Pause. Aurora. Let's see. Aurora in Illinois and all these other places, all of that is for the Roman counterpart, as this Wikipedia shit says. All of that is for her. That's why when you see a place get called Aurora, you would notice that there's a ritualistic sacrifice done there. Great big ritualistic sacrifice. Anyway, but like her Roman counterpart Aurora in Ravidic Ushas, Eos continues the name of an earlier Indo-European dawn goddess, Hausos. Now, hold on. Or Hausos. But hold on. Indo-European. I've seen that term before, and it's bullshit. For those of you brothers who don't know, they use the term Indo-European to kind of disassociate themselves, the so-called white men, disassociate themselves with their true origins from the scriptures. All this talk about the so-called white man came from Yefeth and all this other shit, it's bullshit. But reading on, it says Eos, or her early Proto-Indo-European bullshit ancestor, also shares several elements with this love goddess Aphrodite, perhaps signifying Eos's influence on her, or otherwise a common origin for the two goddesses. In surviving tradition, Aphrodite is the culprit behind Eos's numerous love affairs, having cursed the goddess with insatiable lust for mortal men. Anyway, let's see. Get to the nitty-gritty of this bullshit. Okay. Eos fell in love with mortal men several times and would abduct them in similar manner to how male gods did mortal women. Her most notable mortal lover is the Trojan Prince. Damn. The Trojan Prince, huh? Huh? Some of you brothers probably got a pack in your fucking pocket, man. Trojans all in your shit. It's like ready for some pussy, nigga. Y'all be buying up the Trojans like a motherfucker. Hell, some of y'all don't. Some of y'all say, fuck it, man. I'm willing to go on this shit raw. Like Monday nights. Oh, man. Her most notable mortal lover is the Trojan prince Tithonus, for whom she ensured the gift of immortality, but not eternal youth, leading him aging without dying for an eternity. Damn, she fucked him, figuratively and literally. Oh my God, but that's it for this shit. You know what? Before we even leave this, I just wanted to point out that Eos, as you can see, she has several other lovers and romances with both mortal men and gods. Now, Eos, I just thinking about, okay, yeah, here. The color coordinations we was talking about. Red, white, pink. Gold, I think that was the color I was thinking about earlier. And saffron. Anyway, Eos is like when you think of Cupid in Rome. Cupid name in Rome is where you get erotic from. I believe his name is Eroa, some shit like that. I forget. It's slipping my mind right now. Any other time I could say it, but for some reason I'm having brain farts and shit. But we're actually going to get into that. Quick on Cupid, because I got my hairs crossed. I was thinking of the Greek and the Roman gods. So Cupid is the Roman, but Greek is where you get the word erotic from, because Eros is his name. Anyway, Cupid is a Roman god of desire, affection, and erotic love. Traditionally depicted as a winged, chubby child armed with a bow and arrows to pierce hearts, as the son of Venus, goddess of love, and Mars, goddess of war. Understand that? All these things are intermixed and intermingled and interrelated, and goddamn. Anyway, he represents the oh man, he represents the volatile, irrational nature of love. He is the equivalent of the Greek god Eros or Eros. Eros, all the same shit. Actually sound very similar to arrows, which is why he got it. He got the arrows. Anyway, that's just a little quick shit from him. Now, Bad Bunny's debut studio album is X100 Pre, released on Christmas Eve, December 24th, 2018. Remember, the number 24, 2 times 4 is 8, infinity, in 2018. The X is also used to signify infinite or infinity in many ways too, because it's exponential growth that oftentimes can't even be calculated, as it reach a high enough number. Now, let's see. The meaning of the name of the track or the name of the album or the record is forever. Like how a god or a goddess live forever, right? As you can see here, he was already letting you know what he was about from the get-go. As you can see, he got the third eye on the child. The pineal glands is open. He can understand things from a spiritual understanding now, from an esoteric lens now. Because he has bowed the knee to Baal. As you can see, he has a third eye. The third eye means he was enlightened. It means he can see things through an esoteric lens now. He's been uplifted. He arose. That's why he got all the roses and all this other shit. He's sex kitten altered. That's why his name is Bad Bunny. A naughty kitten. The naughty bunny. He's just a naughty motherfucker. A bad bunny. What the fuck is a bad bunny? He got the bunny right here. He got the lips, glasses, and he got the third eye. It's all the way up there above the brows. That's where it's supposed to be located. He has been enlightened. The third eye, also called the mind's eye or inner eye, is an intangible eye Meaning what? Meaning it's not a real thing. It's meant to represent something greater. Is an intangible eye usually depicted as located on the forehead, supposed to provide perception beyond ordinary sight. In Hinduism, the third eye refers to ajna, or brow, chakra. In both Hinduism and Buddhism, the third eye is said to be located around the middle of the forehead, slightly above the junction of the eyebrows, representing the enlightenment one achieved through meditation. Atum, or atum, or atum, Egyptian, sometimes rendered as Atim or Timu or Tama or Tim. This is where you get the term Timu from, as a website you go and buy and purchase shit. And then Tim, the singer Tim's. Anyway, is the primordial god in Egyptian mythology from whom all else arose. Right? He created himself and is the father of Shu and Tefnut, the divine couple, who are also ancestors of the other Egyptian deities. Atum is also closely associated with the evening sun as a primordial god. As the evening sun, Atum is chthonic in the underworld connections. Atum was also relevant in the ancient Egyptian throughout. Atum was relevant to the ancient Egyptians, throughout most of Egypt's history. He is believed to have been present in ideology as early as pre-dynastic times, becoming even more prevalent during the Old Kingdom and continuing to be worshipped through the Middle and New Kingdom, though he becomes overshadowed by Ra around this time. Now, the rabbit holds a rich, multifaceted, and often contradictory position in esoteric, mythical, and spiritual traditions, representing themes of deep hidden knowledge, fertility, and transformation. Due to their burrowing nature and nocturnal habits, they are associated with the underworld, the moon, and the ability to move between or act as messengers between the human realm and the spirit realm. Speaking about roses and love and things of that nature, a lot of these people take the knee to Baal, to the god of this society. Now, the term sub rosa, for those of you who understand the Latin language and who grew up probably studying the Latin language or whatever, sub rosa means under the rose, right? It's basically for people who denote their allegiance to secrecy, then they will not tell. As you can see, the brother here, and it says Hollywood in the background, but the brother here has a rose tattoo, and he got his finger on his lip. He understands the vow that he made of secrecy, and he will not tell. I just looked it up. Sub rosa is a Latin phrase meaning under the rose, denoting confidentiality, secrecy, or something done in private. Historically, it signifies the pledge of secrecy, while in modern legal and investigative context, it refers to covert, often recorded surveillance used to monitor parties such as in personal injury cases. Just to give y'all a little bit of understanding of that. As you can see, Bad Bunny has some interesting tattoos. He has horses. He has a heart. He has what seems to be deity figures. He has a rainbow, but that ain't surprising. That is not surprising. Anyway, just to pull this all home, a lot of the times we get so infatuated with these celebrities, we cannot see the truth behind the things that they tell us. Not only they tell us, but what the Most High shows us through them. Bad Bunny could be completely innocent in his eyes. He could completely live life like a normal person. But he has been placed in a position by the Most High to show the elect what to look out for, and not only what to look out for, but to prove the elect they're right in thought. All the things we just covered, there still will be naysayers and say, man, you're reaching and all this other shit. That's what they're supposed to say. That's what they're supposed to say. And, everybody in the know knows what's going on. Now, this is another cover art by Bad Bunny. As you can see, he has the heart. He has the heart, right? And I believe if we pan out just a little bit, we could see a lot of other images that depict similar things. Like from his Super Bowl performance, he showed the heart. Now, obviously, that's not a real heart. A real heart is round. But that's the heart for, for the gods and goddesses of fertility. Now, that's going to conclude this rendition of my expose of Bad Bunny. No, I'm fine. But that's going to conclude this video, though. Obviously, there's many more things we can cover. But, for right now, I think that is good enough. I think I made more than enough good points to you brothers who are in the know and knowledge, and how a lot of these things is either done by them or the Most High. I've always left that room of understanding open. Sometimes these people could live normally perfect lives. Perfectly normal lives, I should say. But it's all just to show the elect what's really going on, right? So that's going to conclude this video. Hopefully you guys understand a lot of what I said. You can talk about it in the comments or, things of that nature. And, of course, spread the word and spread love to your brethren. A lot of you brothers show more love to these other nations than your actual brethren, and I don't understand that. But anyway, see ya, that's it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. He probably seen his man up in the crowd or some shit like that. That's why he looks so happy looking up and shit. He sees his man. Oh, yes, I'm going to get some of that, Poppy. Anyways, love and appreciation to all you brothers. And until next time, another thing before I go, I just want you brothers to understand that when it comes to putting out information, it's more important to be right rather than first. It's okay to be last. All right? Now, there's a lot of things going on, especially with the quote-unquote Epstein files and things like that. And we may touch on that. But I think those files are pretty self-explanatory. Those are things that I've been talking about for the longest now. It's not in secrecy anymore. Understand that? That's why I told you guys that the reason for the AI videos that going viral and have taken an effect is so that when real videos and information comes out, people can just chalk it up to maybe it's AI, maybe it's fake. Understand that? That's what a lot of this shit is about anyway. This shit is perfect timing. They're destroying this power structure to introduce a new one, a new world order. This shit is far from over. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of things is about to hit the fan very soon. And it's only to open up a new world order. If they can get their world order in order. Who knows? Maybe the Most High may say, fuck it. Anyway, that's why they do these things. The AI shit was just a distraction. So when you see something that's real, you can question it. You can have an excuse for it. But anyway, until you brothers come again, later.